Hey, this is Anthony back at the GazelleLab. Today we're going to be looking at the HTC Amaze from T-Mobile and the Galaxy S2, the AT&T version. So pretty much these are the top two Android devices, the top for T-Mobile and the top for AT&T. So let's get into the review and we're going to talk size first. So let's just take a look at these devices right here. You can tell the HTC Amaze is a tad bit bigger. It's 130 by 65 by 11.8 millimeters thin, while the Galaxy S2 is 126 by 66 by 8.9. So it's got a really nice slim profile on the Galaxy S2. And the Galaxy S2, it is also on Sprint and T-Mobile. The T-Mobile version does look a little bit different, so I really wanted to review it against the AT&T version, which is very similar to the unlocked version that came out back in April. So we can take a look at it again on the sides and then on the back. They both have 8 megapixel cameras. We'll get into the cameras in a little bit. You see a dual LED flash on the Amaze compared to the single LED flash up here. So let's get into still back to the hardware again. On this side right here we have volume rockers. The Amaze does feature a dedicated video camera button, video recording button, and a camera button. Nothing, just the volume rocker on the side over here for the Galaxy S2. This side does give you your power and your lock screen on the Galaxy S2 and your micro USB on the Amaze. Up top, pretty much the standard, the 3.5 millimeter jack for your headphones and the classic HTC power lock screen button on top. Bottom, you have the charge port on the S2, and you have just the button to remove the back cover on the Amaze. So that's the hardware. Like I said, this is it is bigger and it's heavier as well. It's almost 173 grams on the Amaze compared to a super light 122 grams on the S2. So it is a lot lighter. So we'll get into the screen right now. The Galaxy S2, I think, still has the best screen on the market right now. Although it's only 480 by 800 pixels at 4.3 inches, the Super AMOLED does produce very bright and vibrant display, brilliant colors. I think still even better than an iPhone 4. Maybe not the same clarity, but definitely in terms of brightness, it's the best screen out there. The Amaze is still great. It's 540 by 960 at 4.3 inches of QHD display at 256 ppi. This is still a nice screen. This one, the screen is the biggest battery killer on the HTC. I'll get into the battery life in a little bit. So now we're just going to go, they're both running Android into the OS. They're both running Android. It's 2.3.4 on both devices, Gingerbread. And both of these devices use their own unique UI. So on the Amaze we have the Sense UI 3.0. You can see, I think personally it's one of my favorite UIs. You can see it just scroll through. It's very zippy, very quick. And the Galaxy S2 does use Samsung's TouchWiz UI. I think this is version 4.0, which is a vast improvement over previous versions. I just personally like Sense a lot better. I just like the widgets on Sense a lot better, but that's still personal preference. Down on the bottom, classic 4 home keys. They're just a little bit reversed on the Galaxy S2, or if you're used to a Samsung, they're reversed on the HTC. Like I said, we get into the camera right now. So both 8 megapixel cameras. I think these are two of the best cameras on the market right now, along with the iPhone 4S. I think the Amaze still tops it. It just does have a great image quality and clarity. So we're going to take a little quick picture right now. You can tap to focus. So there's the one, and then we'll get back to the picture, and let's take one with the S2. And then we'll look at these pictures. So you can see the screen on the Galaxy S2 is a lot brighter. You would have to look at these on the computer to tell the actual quality clarity, just because the screen is that much brighter on the Galaxy S2. But both, like I said, they both have phenomenal cameras. Two of the best camera phones on the market right now. So let's get into some of the rest of the features on the devices. They both have HSDPA+, but T-Mobile will run on the 42.2 megabytes per second T-Mobile network, their so-called 4G network, while this one will run on AT&T's HSDPA+, but only at 21 megabytes per second. So you are going to get a little bit of faster speeds on the Amaze on AT&T. Both feature Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, DLNA, GPS, pretty much all your standard features on any smartphone today. Both devices both use MHL HDMI cables if you want to do TV out on them. So you can get the adapter either from T-Mobile or Amazon. It's just pretty much a micro USB to HDMI connector. And both devices do feature NFC for mobile payments. Not too available right now, but in the near future they should be. So that's pretty much the lowdown on these two Android devices. I personally I'm a fan of the HTC just due to the Sense UI, but the Galaxy S2 is a really nice piece of hardware, a lot better battery life, and a lot slimmer in your pocket. Doesn't weigh as much as the HTC, but they're, like I said, they're both the top two choices for Android on T-Mobile and AT&T. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks.